love to your congregation? Absolutely. Absolutely. And unconditional, you means without condition. I don't want anything from you. I just give love. Practitioners just give love. We don't ask for anything. And then the question is asked, well, would you like them to love you back? Oh, of course. I do. I want. And so he said, would you put a condition on your love? Oh, my goodness. Unconditional love means I don't expect a thing. I'm not attached to receiving it back. And to that logical mind, my mind was saying, well, I'm not attached to that. But yes, we enjoy that coming back to us. We give it out. And it's all the circulation we talk about. But unconditional love, no expectations. And we have to look at the Creator to be able to take our model from that. God gives unconditionally. God truly wants nothing back from you. It just gives, because that's what it is. It doesn't expect a thing from you. It doesn't expect me to be obedient. And if I'm not, it will cut off its love. You see, when we're grown and born and move into a world where we think that God is conditional, then we come into the fear of God. Because we know that if God really saw the way we felt and thought, then he's got to do something. And so we grow up with this fear of God instead of recognizing the love of God. That in spite of ourselves, it truly loves us. It wants only the best for us. So if we can model after that love, which sometimes in this human skin is difficult to do, it's good for us to say we love. That's a starting point. And at some point, in some millennia, at some place, we might be able to say unconditionally. But giving that all love, that feeling of love is a starting point. And setting our intention really starts with that starting point. In the morning when you awaken, you start with an intention. How are you going to be in your life today? Jack Cornfield has a way of saying what intentions are. Intentions are the seeds that are placed in our heart that grow into how we are to be in life. They're just the seeds that we plant. And they grow into how we are to be in life. And that life expression sometimes is based on a lot of things. That life expectation is based on all of those seeds that we planted. And some of those seeds seem to be, I'm not good enough. We plant those seeds. And those seeds, those intentions, are planted. Now, many times, if we're not having anyone to help us through this phase, then those seeds of not good enough have nothing to trump them. Like the little children, no one will say, yes, you are. You're good enough for God. And that's good enough for me. To let our children know that it's not that I'm proud of you, but we want you to be proud of you. Setting the intention every morning of how you want your world to be. So that's better than making a goal. It's setting a lifetime of activity and motion. It's setting a lifetime of how you want your life to unfold, setting your intention to make this world a better place. Setting your intention to show up today, a day at a time. I'm going to show up as the best person I can even imagine. That is a wide door, but it's filled with infinite possibilities. And so this creative subjective within us, this creative law within us, can pick and choose when I say, I'm showing up the best I can ever be. Leave it to the creative genius within you to pick the plums off the tree as to which one's going to be yours. It's only going by what you say you want. And it gets to play in that field of all this, with all the fruits that are there on the trees, just waiting to be plucked. The infinite possibilities that are yours, that are ours, that are mine. I get to choose. So my day starts. Your day starts. With that intention. Whatever it's focused on. Because one of my frequently used statements is, when I'm focused, I'm clear. When I'm focused, I'm clear. Set your attention. What is there for you? It's just waiting to be called. Just as the world called you forth into your being right now, that gentle urge within you, the divine presence, is waiting to be called. So that you can step into your greatness. That bigness that God has already identified as who you are. And it just wants to dance with you in that space. Let's go to prayer.